guys, Nato Ace here once again, and this is going to be an update of what is happening in my channel after E3 2015 week. So I hope you guys had fun on E3 2015, whether you actually went to the expo or just like me watching on the internet and giving my thoughts about it. So I have to say this year's E3 was actually one of the best ones because of the game they showed and how the companies themselves to some extent finally listen to their fans. So I'll be talking about that later on a vlog. So well, basically this is what the update is. So what is the update, what's going on? Well, first of all, since E3 2015 is done, MmGS Game Showcase once again is back with random, well, not really random games that I chose that I kinda know what it is or I have fun playing with it. I'm going to showcase that to basically help people learn more about it. That's the whole point of the MmGS Game Showcase, is to know more about the games that I posted on my YouTube. There's so much about them, and again, I do hopefully that VirtualCon comes back or Arcade Classic or whatever in any shape or form, and I'll be talking about that in a vlog in a later video. Because again, this is going to be just an update. So what is the update anyway besides MmGS Game Showcase is going back? Well, first of all is, I've been thinking about this for a while now. And for this year, what's going to actually happen is, instead of me doing a written article or e-blog about my review who won 2015 of E3, I'm just going to do a vlog about it. And he said, well, what's the reason why? Well, I've been thinking for two reasons. One is giving my thoughts after the conference, kind of give me the idea, like, well, you know, I'm already giving my thoughts about it. Granted, excuse me, that it wasn't really formal, but at the same time, I say it made me much easier than doing a formal one. And I'm not saying writing is bad, but I get you for this one, it'll make it a lot easier for everyone to some extent. Because another one also why is, everybody knows I did a video on a straight talk / rant about the Nintendo digital event, and I've been watching that talk a couple of times, and I made my conclusion that, well, it did sound like a sort of a review to some extent also. Even so, I kind of like complaining, being salty, and downright, excuse the language, bitch about it. I mean, to some extent, you can't really, even so he was informative to some extent, I am basically bitching about the digital event to some extent, but it is still coming out as a review to some extent. So because of that, I just say, you know what, since I did a long 30-minute video, excuse the language, bitching about Nintendo digital event, why not just give my vlog thoughts on Sony and Microsoft? Will it be long or not? Well, we'll just see. So that's gonna be, those two is gonna be now a vlog. So no more written review for this one. What about next year? I don't know. Excuse me. And also, now that I've been thinking about it, even though it was fun for me, I'm also gonna make a conclusion that I'm probably not gonna do any more of the commentary while watching the conference. And the reason for that one is also, after a while listening to it, and remember I said it's only in audio form. If you want to watch a video form, you have to put a second window. I think that's, to some extent, complicated, and I would really love to make it a video form commentary, but like I said, if my tools that I use are just not that strong, and I don't want my computer to explode, because believe it or not, my computer already exploded twice. Because I've been using an old computer, and twice it already went boom. That's the reason why. So that's why I just for the sake of my old computer, I just now I'll do an audio, but to some extent also it doesn't really help, because like once in a while I couldn't even talk about it because I'm too focused on watching on the conference. So with that, I think I'm just gonna do, maybe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a longer thought after the conference on E3 2016, which is a year from now, so nothing to worry about it. That'll be a long time. because the next thing is going to be now is Evo's the big thing, then Gamescom, and then Tokyo Game Show, then Black Friday, Christmas, and then starts over again, and then again and again, and you got the idea. So that'll be a lot of changes, but when it comes to May 2016, I'll explain it again, and if I do forget, I'll make a note of myself. So anyway, so beside new MmGS Game Showcase, and I'm doing V-Block review for both Sony and Microsoft, what am I going to talk about other V-Block? Well, another one is I want to talk about is Nintendo rants. Yeah, throughout the E3 there are things that I didn't really like what coming up from Nintendo's mouth, such as Reggie on VR, Super Mario Maker will not have a YouTube uploader, and I know this is probably gonna people gonna get agitated for this one, but I'm sorry, I have to give my opinion about this. Well, I don't have to, I would like to. I know I'm risking myself for giving my opinion, but Splatoon versus Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U on price tags. Even right now, I know it's done, I still believe that the game should not start it as a $60 game. I know they are adding more stuff on August, but that should have already been in the game along with a lot of the content. I don't know, but I think the problem also is the premise of the game. Like I said, doesn't really have a lot of content versus Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, and I am gonna explain that in the long run. Another one I want to explain also, and I see people talk about it, so I want to give my thoughts about it. Super Smash Bros. DLC versus other DLC in, let's just say, fighting games. And mostly probably gonna again upset a lot of people off, so I do apologize in advance. I'm gonna compare Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U / 3DS DLC versus Mortal Kombat X Season Pass. Which one is better? I don't know, but I think it's gonna be hard to explain this, but I'll try my best to explain this, which one is better. Another DLC. And of course another one is from Nintendo, game prices, the evergreen strategy versus the player choice / Nintendo Select program. And what am I ranting about this? Well, I'm going to tell a story on this V-Blog, particularly in this particular section, what happened to the weekend after E3. Let's just say I bought a game, it was a rare game, and I saw it there for cheap. It was used, tried to play it, didn't really work, kind of disappointed. I really wanted to get this game, but I wanted a low price, and the problem is I noticed the game's not being sold in a lot of stores. Target had it on sale for $50. Even freaking 4 or 5 years, or like 3 years already, the game's still $50. And if you go to Amazon, I just say they were selling it more than $60. So kind of disappointing there, because again it affects the evergreen strategy versus the player choice / Nintendo Select strategy. Alright, another one I'll be talking about on the V-Blog is Capcom remasters and Mega Man Legacy, my thoughts about it. And this is basically also a response to Alpha Magazine on his thoughts on Mega Man Legacy Collection. Yeah, I'll give more thoughts about that and basically give my 2 cents, and I might be doing a counter argument because there are some good points from Capcom, but mostly have bad points for Capcom. So that's going to be that V-Block. And of course last will be E3 2015, the conclusion, the good and the bad, basically my general thoughts about it. And like I said, this year's E3 was actually one of the best ones. I was in tune to it, I didn't get bored, well minus Nintendo sadly, but it was actually a good E3 this year. So kudos to every game developer, publisher, even Nintendo. You know, sometimes you got your good days and you got your bad days. It's just how it is, because you never know if it's going to be good, it's going to be bad. So I'll give my thoughts about it in the conclusion. Well, there you have it. Those are my updates of what's happening for the next 2 to 3 months of the MmGS Game Showcase channel. Like I said, besides the V-Blog, there will be MmGS Game Showcase. And yeah, that's it. So anyway, thanks for listening. That's it for now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.